Okay, let's go 11:11. We got a video for today. Before we continue, if you're a subscriber, go ahead and comment below this video. I came up with something. We got Kendrick Lamar in the background, and we're just going to keep him there, but we're going to drop this window. They got gift cards over here, and I got a $100 one, and these are really cool. So if you comment below this video, within 7 days, I'll probably on the 7th day. Hey, Alexa, remind me in 7 days to do a giveaway.
What time November 18th should I remind you?
11 a.m.
Okay, I'll create a reminder for November 18th at 11 a.m.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. So 1 week from right now, I'm going to email, or I'm going to announce it, and then as soon as you contact me, I'm going to just send it digitally, because it says right there. Unique discount code will be sent via email to the purchaser or designated recipient. I think every 4 videos I'll probably do this, because this is just so uber simple. I'll still give away the stuff because I'm doing that really for myself as well, so I don't have to build up a big collection of boxes and items. But sometimes I'll do this too. And also the Diablo and Divine, both that I've got, 2 of each, have already been dedicated to other videos. So comment below. Now let's talk about these sets, the Divine and the Diablo, which is, you can buy them right now. There'll be links below. There's other stuff on Linso that you can get during 11:11. As you can see when you look up and you see that on top of my monitor, I'm a very visual-based person. I love colors. It's called Asperger's, autism, this is ADHD. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I love that stuff. So because of that, I'm going to explain these 2 planars with a single visual, because a lot of people will get it. Let's keep it super simple. I've got 3, like 2 oblongs, and yeah, they're 3 oblong type shapes in 3 different colors. The interactive frequency response graph, let me go ahead and drop this, and here we go, is something that's been around for a very, very long time, and it is in fact interactive. It's held up over the years, and that's what I'm basing these, so I didn't just pull these out of my butt. The 3 colors and what they mean, the yellow is the bass, 808 drops, drums, bass guitar, the rhythm section basically in general, how far down it goes on the scale, how far up it goes on the scale, the height and the how low and high is really not relevant. It's just the left to right that you need to pay attention to. And then inside of that, because of where it exists on the frequency responses, male and female vocals. Male can go lower in the fundamentals than females. Not really by a lot, but it can. And it's going down to, let's say, about 50, 55. And it goes all the way up to about where the resonant peak is for the measurements, around 8 kilohertz, though it can go a little bit further. But generally speaking, these are the ranges of the low frequency rhythm section instruments, which starts before and goes actually pretty far out, and also vocals. And then we've got the blue area, which is going in the other direction, which is highlighting the area that is difficult for IEMs to get right for a lot of people, because depending on how much this is boosted up, and I'm talking about the red line going from left to right, how much that is above the dotted line can start to impact the quality of what comes after this area, which is vocals and really all the instruments that you listen probably in almost any genre, regional music, all kinds of stuff. It's just the way that sound and your ears work. That area in the blue is very, very sensitive. Let me give you a quick analogy to explain, and then why this is very relative to the Diablo and the Divine. If you have a car audio system, you've got subwoofers in the back, monoblock amp, it's completely separated, running to your head unit. And then you've got your kick panel, your A-pillar, drivers, mids, tweeters, maybe multiple mids coming off a multi-channel amp. So time corrected, it's all done. $5 to $25 or more $1,000 system. It's an enclosed space. You did deadening material on all the doors and everything, the floors, everything. It can be one of the better sound experiences you get in your life if it's done right. I'm talking classical music. September by Earth, Wind & Fire, one of the best versions I ever heard besides live was in a car. It was just absolutely brilliant. Now here's the thing. You've got all these things separately and done, and it's like IEMs, which have drivers that are crossed over independently. So if one driver is like, the bass is too much, but you still got the mid drivers and they're crossed over, so they're not. The problem with car audio and with IEMs is if I just go to the bass knob and just crank it up because I want to really hear the bass on a track that I'm listening to at that moment, everything else goes out the window, and I've got a vibrating car and a bunch of bass. And all of the stuff that I did in the mids and the treble and the amp and the crossover and the time correction, it's all actually still there. Nothing's changed. But I can't hear it. I can't hear it over the din of the bass and the vibration of my vehicle going through the steering column, vibrating my hands. Just can't pick it up. IEMs are kind of the same. You can have a multi-driver set where the dynamic driver is of great quality and it's crossed over at 110 hertz or wherever they're crossing it over, and drivers that are taking care of the lower mids and the upper mids and the treble and all that. All of that driver and all that crossover doesn't matter if the bass is tuned too much, because you just can't really hear the other stuff. All the other stuff exists just like in a car audio system, but you can't pick it up anymore. So the balance between bass and having a lot of it and still having the other stuff is a very fine line. What does that have to do with the Divine and the Diablo? The Divine, let me explain very quickly. The Divine is a well-tuned set. You can see the yellow line that's falling below my personal target, which is the dotted line. It's just a general line. The Divine is kind of like the S15 by Let's Show, which is my favorite. It's not doing anything better than that, but it is about half the price of that. So as a reviewer and a person that recommends stuff, I think the Divine is a great investment, and you get back a lot for your money. It's comparable to the S15, again, for about half the price. I think Let's Show overpriced that. So it's a good deal, and it plays back my library well. It's not doing anything I haven't had in my collection before, like the S15. So it's not like oh wow. The Diablo, on the other hand, with that, we see that blue bubble again. It's got quite a lot of bass elevation in the mid bass, but because it's a planar, it's able to handle it better than a tribrid or a single DD. And I can listen to like something like Backseat Freestyle and then go into any other track from any other genre, and it sounds pretty damn good. So I'm getting the boosted bass in that critical region where the blue is, and it's going to potentially blow out everything that's outside of that blue bubble, but it's not really doing it. It's right on the line. And it's the same price as the Divine. It's the best planar that you can get out there as far as I'm concerned, because you get that thumping. It's like you're turning up the bass knob, which you've got, it's running in between your bass amp and your head unit, and you're turning up the voltage essentially, and you're turning up and you get it to the point where you still catch the vocals and everything sounds sweet, but it's hitting a little bit harder. It's slamming a little harder. You can feel the steering column, the whole vehicle shaking, but it's not quite overpowering everything. That's kind of what the Diablo does for $149. It's pretty impressive, actually. And this is why I think the Diablo is an amazing set. Plays back my library that I've been talking with you guys about for years. Pink Floyd, Kendrick Lamar, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, Bob Marley, all the stuff. I've been to Boston, Jay Giles Band, Allman Brothers, Simon and Garfunkel, all of that stuff that I listen to. Pink Floyd, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I'll just stop talking. With my music, the Diablo is great. With the Divine is really good. So if you're not really into bass, that's not your thing. I'm not even gonna say much about the Divine because I feel like I'm excusing it. It's a great set. It's got a market that'll probably be bigger than the Diablo, I imagine, in the long run. But this reviewer doesn't really kind of need it in his collection, to be frank. The Diablo, on the other hand, is something I'm giving 2 of them away, and I'm going to buy one for myself just to keep as kind of a reference, because I'd like to do something like it someday myself. This is what I think Planars do well, and I can't believe it took this long for someone to just do this. And there you go. And there's the visual, and that's what I'm talking about. You can kind of have your cake and eat it too with the Diablo, more so than most other IEMs that I have in my collection of any price range. Slam and bass, loud, powerful, and I still get reasonably to really good vocals. And then I can go into a track from another genre, and it's not really that bad. Remember, the low frequency comes in when it's mixed in the production. So if you listen to a track like, let's say, Simon and Garfunkel, I'm Cecilia, there's not a really strong bass line in that, so it actually sounds quite good. I've listened to that track in particular. I listened to their greatest hits album, and I thought it sounded awesome. I'm talking about the Diablo, by the way, not the Divine. The one with all of that mid bass, Simon and Garfunkel, the Boxer. God, there's a lot of great tracks. So I'll let you guys go. Go check out Linso 1111. Don't forget to comment below. Give the video a thumbs up, and someone's going to get $100. Go spend it however you want. Emailed to them from me. So it'll be a boom, boom. Sometimes I can snap my finger. I don't know if today's a good day. And I'm out. You guys have a good one.